A lot of small businesses are caught up chasing more leads and more customers when they already have them sitting unanswered in their phone, in their email. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I built a workflow to solve this problem for a client of mine who has a leasing business. Now, I tapped back in with the client 3 weeks later and I saw that they already collected 3 new payments. And in this workflow, it followed up with the booking appointment, made sure that everybody showed up on time, and it narrowed everything down to just one move. One decision my client had to make in order to process the payment and get on to the next step. A few months ago, I worked with a client who had a very unique position in the real estate space. They did what's known as structured tenant placement and eviction prevention, which is great for a city like Baltimore and any other urban city where there's a great fluctuation in social economic status and people have different constraints around budget and timing when it comes to housing. Now, this here is a full roadmap that I use for my clients when I'm breaking down their workflow to show exactly the work that they have to do and then where the automation or where the AI handles everything else. So they just pay attention to the dark blue box. That's all they got to do, and things can flow on from there. Now, here's the situation for a lot of business owners and operators. They think they need more leads, they think they need more customers, but what's really happening is people are reaching out, they're getting inquiries, people are texting them, shooting them emails, filling out the form on their website, and they either get the message in real time and then something else pops up, they get busy and they forget to get back, or they have a designated time where they check their messages or somebody on their team checks the messages and it still takes too long for them to get back. The average response time is a little bit over 40 hours. I'm not surprised that the average wait time is almost 2 days. So now the lead is sitting around waiting for somebody to hit them back, and they're just going to move on to the next business who can solve that problem for them. But that won't happen if you got an automation set up similar to the one I'm about to show you. Here's how I broke it down for my client to keep it clean and simple. Here's the actual website. You just click book a call. A tenant will come in and click book a call. They get the calendar. They can pick a day and a time. That's step one here. That's the kickoff. And then we have a series of automations that go back and forth between the client and the business owner. Business owner doesn't have to touch anything. The form gets completed. The tenant gets notified. There's a confirmation message to the tenant via text and email. It's a confirmation message to the business owner via text, whatever their preferred method is. And then the tenant gets tagged that they completed the form. It's very important. The next thing is that they get a reminder 1 day prior to, and then another reminder 1 hour prior to the appointment. The business owner hops on the line, does the interview, qualifies them for tenant placement, and the only thing they have to do is go into GoHighLevel and then find that person's name and click qualified or unqualified. If they're unqualified, they'll get a series of follow-up texts later on when people probably have in better position to get placement, or if they are qualified, then they'll immediately get a text for the retainer fee to get their structured tenant placement and eviction prevention. And this is how it looks inside of GoHighLevel, from the front end to the website to the back end where you have your actual CRM and you're hosting the clients. But somebody will hit the website, they pull in that information, email, they pick a time. This here is the first text that they get immediately. This is going to the actual inquiry that their time is booked. People like fast responses. The next response is going to go to the actual business owner, and it's going to show them, we zoom in, that you just received an appointment, and it gives them the time, the contact's name, their phone number, all the information that they need. Okay. The very next thing is, and now when you go into the CRM, you can actually see that same message I just showed you in iMessages is here inside of GoHighLevel, so you can see the actual conversation or any kind of communication that you have there. So we go through, they would go in, and as you can see here, they have the phone conversation, they go in after the phone conversation, and they click whether or not the person is qualified. If they are, they apply the right tag, and immediately it sends out the text message. And as you can see it right there, it's the application link. That link is going to go to your form of payment processing, whatever that may be. It may be Stripe. You may collect payments directly within GoHighLevel, whatever floats your boat. You got options. But what's most important is that they have the option now to pay. That's how you keep business rolling. Same thing here. They get a follow-up email with a link for them to process the payment. That way they can't say they missed it. They missed the email, they got it in text. They missed the text, they got it in email. That's how you want things to work. You want to be able to reinforce the things that are important and reduce the friction for your clients, your customers, and for the new inquiries that are coming in. They want to know that they're in good hands, and these automations help you do that. Now, if I were rebuilding this today, I would probably have AI summarize the call. I would probably also add in AI automation to find all of the listings close to where this person lives. So I would add a question and say, do you have a preference of where you want to live in the city? And maybe they say, oh, I want to live on the east side, I want to live on the west side. And then that will automatically trigger whatever properties or rental units I have available on that side of town. And then that will get sent in the email as well. So these are some of the special features that you can use AI for when you're hooking up these workflows and automations to give all of the info that a person can need, and also make it a lot easier for them to get what they want and to work with you. Because when you add things like that and make it easy for them, you'll get recommendations, you'll get repeat customers, and you won't have to worry about trying to hunt down more leads. So if you capture inbound leads for your business through text message, email, forms on your website, you can apply the principles from this roadmap right now. Write down your last 5 or 10 leads. Document where they came from. Take note of how long it took for you to respond. Identify what's supposed to happen next, like after they fill out a form or after you have a conversation. Pick out some repeated steps that need to get handled, like sending back a confirmation email or text. And then any decisions that involve your judgment, taste, or trust, you keep that. Everything else around it, you could probably hand it off to an AI tool. If you need a follow-up system for your business, similar to the one I just showed you in this video, click the first link in the description and schedule an AI game plan session. In the AI game plan session, I'm not just going to throw a bunch of tools at you. We're going to go through your whole business, diagnose everything, get an understanding of what it is that you do, what tasks get repeated, and then I'm going to build you a custom AI game plan. You'll get a full roadmap similar to the one I just showed you. We'll walk through the roadmap. You'll get a quick start plan on how you can implement a system, as well as the tools that you need to do it, the price, and how to implement them with the tools that you're already using. So click the first link in the description, schedule a time for your AI game plan. If you liked the video, you found this helpful, like, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.